Hello, hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. Hello, hello, Josie here, back. And I wanted to talk to you about what is actually going to end up happening to an individual that just basically told me no. Now, his choice, his decision, that's fine. I'm not holding it against him. Now, God wanted me to do this video in particular for this reason, to let you know that God is definitely for his children. God will indeed, in fact, do things to prove a point, as well as remind you that he is all-powerful, all-knowing, in control, and has total authority in this world, land that we live in. Now, I did not wish this on this individual. God just shared with me after I just completed a video what was going to end up happening to this individual. Unfortunately, this individual is going to lose his job. He's going to lose his position. I've talked about this on several other videos, but I do not believe that individuals really truly understand what's going on here, what is authentically going on. A lot of people are currently hurting. They're not doing well. Even if it looks on the outside that they're doing fine, everything's okay, a lot of people are stressed out, and they're not sure if they're going to have a job, if they're going to be able to maintain their job or find a new job, because of a lot of changes that are going on. As I said, I do not wish any kind of negativity on individuals. I wish them the day that they deserve. I wish them the karma that they deserve. I wish them the justice that they deserve. I wish them what they deserve. Meaning, if they deserve good things because they've been good out here in this world, that's what they deserve. If they deserve bad or negative situations in their lives because they've done that in other people's lives, that's what they deserve. That's what I desire for any and everybody. Even when God has made a choice or decision in the lives of these individuals, I am not going to step into and or in between them and God if that is what they deserve, if that is what God has deemed they deserve. That's simple. There are some people that believe and or think I deserve what I'm going through right now. Well, that's what you believe. What does God believe? What does God think? That's what you think. What does God think? That's the only person I care about, is what God thinks, what God believes, what God feels, what God wants for my life. So if I'm currently going through this experience, God wants me to go through this for a reason. I'm accepting what God allows. There are a lot of individuals that are not accepting of what God is allowing in their life. They're trying to fight it. They're trying to find this way, that way, so on and so forth, and not working. It's not working for them. They're engaging in different behaviors and activities that God would not approve of. God let me know this earlier, that he was proud of me. He said, Josie, you could have engaged in any kind of behavior that I would not have been accepting of in order to get what it was that you felt that you needed, and you did not do so. You did not go the route that a lot of other people have gone in order to get what it was they believed or felt that they needed or wanted. Because I didn't do so, I kept myself out of trouble. I kept myself out of trouble. I did not allow certain energies, entities to attach themselves to me in order to get what it was that I needed or what it was that I wanted. I allowed God to provide for me what I needed when I needed it. Even right now, I would love a cup of coffee from Starbucks. I would love one. I also would love to be able to have something to eat later. But you know what? So far, the couple of individuals that have asked have not been willing to do so. And that's fine. That's their choice. I'll be all right. I'm good. I know God's going to come through with the person that is going to get me one. But I'm not going to extremes to try to get it. I'm not lying to try to get it. I'm not deceiving anyone to try to get it. And I'll be okay without it if I don't get it. That's the difference between me and a lot of other people out here in this world. I'm trusting in God to bring me what it is that I need as well as what it is that I want in His timing. That way I know it's coming from Him. God is allowing it to happen. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not forcing anything. I'm accepting what God allows. Okay. Back in Houston, probably about a month or two ago, there was a story of a family in the River Oaks area. Husband, wife, 2 children, I believe. They had a couple of restaurants, a couple of businesses in the River Oaks area, and the husband murdered his family and took himself out. I don't know exactly as to the reason why. God said, yes, you do. God's letting me know that they were having money problems. Businesses were not doing well. They lived in River Oaks. They had a lot of expenses. They were trying to basically keep up with their entourage, people that they knew, stay in the neighborhood. They didn't want to downsize, downgrade, whatever you want to call it. They wanted to continue living their lifestyle. If they were to have to close the business, downgrade, it would have made them feel a certain way, look a certain way in their friends' eyes, and so on and so forth. They basically felt like it would have been too much of a loss, too much of a negative for them to go through. They didn't want to do that. So the way that they saw to handle it, the way he saw to handle it, was to kill his family and to take his own life. That's why I'm talking about extremes. Extremes. I'm going to talk about another extreme as well, too. Females that want their nails done, their hair done, they want a new outfit, so on and so forth. They will, lay on their back, spread their legs in order to get the money to be able to do it. Basically open up their vessel to any and everybody that will pay them the money that they need or want to be able to engage in their behaviors. That's their choice. But the attachments, the diseases that happen from them engaging in those behaviors. Extreme. They're going to need to get their hair done again in a month or so. They're going to need to get their nails done again in a few weeks. So basically, every 2 to 3 weeks, they're engaging in these behaviors in order to get money. To get their nails done, get their hair done. I could have easily done that. I chose not to. Do you see acrylics on my nails? My hair is obviously not done. Does that mean I'm better than anybody? I didn't say that. That means that I'm letting these things go until God provides me with the means to be able to get them done without having to open myself up to entities and diseases that I do not want attached to me. I've gone for over 30 days without eating food, without coffee. I've gone for an extended period of time without taking a shower. There are people out here that would never ever understand and or want to go through anything like that. They wouldn't want to give up not being able to have those certain things that they're used to having every day, like a cup of Starbucks coffee or a Jimmy John's sandwich. Right there alone, those two things combined, that's easily $20, if not $25. There are some people that are not able to afford that. There are some people that are not able to afford even a dollar burger. And where can you find a burger for $1 nowadays that's going to be filling? You see what I'm talking about? God sees the individual that will let go of certain things that they don't need and will wait for Him to send the provisions that they need in His perfect timing. A lot of it is a test to see how you're going to respond, how you're going to react. A lot of it is a test. You see me angry